Welcome to Double A, baby. Episode 9. Close to 10 episodes.
Man, it's crazy. Time's flying. I can't believe we're already at number nine.
Yeah, man. Which means that the trade deadline is 1 day away. And a lot of surprise moves already being made throughout the whole trade deadline period. Man, the Cardinals, New York Mets, and White Sox have just completely sold out their whole teams, and safe to say that pretty much their years are over for 2023. But for the other playoff teams competing, man, it's going to be an interesting wild card race to the end in both of the leagues.
Yeah, I mean, this deadline is just so fascinating. Obviously, it started off with, our Lucas Giolito and Reynaldo Lopez going to the Angels, which signified that the best player of all time, Ohtani, is staying in Anaheim, which was really just a head scratching move, in my opinion. Like, the Angels, to me, you could look at the Astros and Rangers ahead of them in the AL West, and a deep AL East with five above 500 teams all vying for a wild card. And I would say only the Yankees are probably worse or about the same as the Angels. So it's like, a team like that trying to vie for the postseason when they don't even have that great of a chance. I just don't see it when you could have gotten a king's ransom for Ohtani with not really any big time starting pitchers on the market this year or any big time hitters, especially with Bellinger off the table now.
I don't know, man. For the Los Angeles Angels, I'm all in, baby. Go Angels. I put a plus. I think well, no, earlier today actually, on FanDuel, I placed a bet. Angels let's call it the Los Angeles Angels to make the playoffs at plus 540 odds with the profit boost. It went to plus 840 or something like that. So I will be making my money if it happens. All I'm gonna say is that. So go Angels.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone in the baseball world is rooting for the Angels this year to make it with to see
With
Trout
two
in the postseason
superstars.
for the first time in almost 10 years and Ohtani's first crack at the postseason. And you think wherever Ohtani signs next year, he's probably surely going to make the postseason with whatever team he picks because he seems to value money. I'm sorry, winning over money, unlike a lot of free agents. So
I
I
don't
think
know,
wherever he
man.
goes,
I
he's
think that I mean I think that like his contract next year will like still like be like the like highest paid of all
yeah,
time.
it's still going to be the highest paid, I think. Well, clearly, because yeah, it's going to take 600 million at the least. But I don't think if someone goes like 650 and 600, if he likes a team that's 600, I don't think if he values that team and thinks that they're a better organization for winning, he's going to go with a team that's a little bit less.
Hey man, unless he chooses to come to the Chicago White Sox
For
and nuke some
pennies,
and
he'd be
nukes,
the first $100 million contract in franchise history.
take that pay cut to freaking nuke some balls out of the freaking G spot. But
Yeah,
all
should be
right,
the name of
let's
the show spot then.
yes sir. All right, let's get to our picks, man, because we are back on our picks this week. So
Yeah,
um
typical episode.
yeah, let's get to it. What do you think? You want to start or do you want me to
Yeah, I'll
start for this?
start. So today I took the Reds money line. Andrew Abbott, who's been the rookie southpaw, he's been unbelievable for the Reds, going up against Marcus Stroman, who's really struggled of late, and obviously he's going to stay with the Cubs, as the Cubs have been really good. They had that 8-game winning streak this past week. I just like Andrew Abbott, and I think that Stroman, looking at his baseball savant page, was a lot of blue for a guy that made the All-Star team and is was one of before this Cubs winning streak was one of the hottest commodities in the starting pitcher market. He does give up a lot of hard contact, but obviously he does get a lot of ground balls. But I just think that Reds offense, you think Ellie De La Cruz and Matt McLain. Matt McLain is also my hit to pick tonight as well. There's just such a fast ball club that it's like, even if they're hitting ground balls, they're going to be able to get some infield singles, some hard hit grounders through the infield, and steal some bases as well.
Yeah. So for me, I do not want to talk about I picked to win today yet because we're like one out away from losing in the Milwaukee Brewers money line to the Washington Nationals. Man, I thought that Corbin Burns would freaking lock the Washington Nationals lineup down, but then I forgot they had Joey Meneses, who
No
is
way.
responsible for
Dude.
quite a few of the runs today.
I was just gonna say, was it Joey Meneses? That
Joey
was literally
Meneses
like I was
homered,
like
and then I think he got an extra
2 run
base
single
hit.
as well.
Yeah.
He's got 3 hits. He's got a triple shy of the cycle, Joey Meneses.
Yep, man, he is so
He's been
good.
about a league average hitter this year. It's been a bit of a disappointment,
I don't know,
especially
man.
as basically a DH only for to be
I
just a
don't,
league average hitter.
I don't know, man. An OPS over 740, I take that all day. But
It's about average though
I
in
mean,
this
like
day and age.
with like a close to 300 average too. I mean,
Too many singles, not enough homers.
yeah, but same time, you know, look at today, run producer machine today,
Yeah,
and then
almost single-handedly getting them the win.
yeah, and then for my pick to hit tonight, um, I got Kyle Tucker. So first of all, actually, when I believe making this on Saturday, um, when making this on Saturday, I do not think I do not think I heard about the Syndergaard trade at the time. So, I like wasn't sure who was like, going to be pitching for Houston at that time. But man, Kyle Tucker is just so good, man. He's probably like one of like my favorite players to watch in the whole game. And man, is that guy good on offense and on defense. And with what's his name pitching today for Cleveland, Syndergaard making his Cleveland debut without one strikeout the last time I checked. Man, is Houston going to make contact off him all game? And so far, Kyle Tucker already has one hit last time I checked. So that one already cashed out. But let's keep it going throughout the week.
Yeah, I know. Ben Verlander, Justin Verlander's brother, is a big baseball guy on what's now called X, not Twitter anymore. But
Uh,
he is
bro,
always talking about how Kyle Tucker's the most underrated player in baseball, and I think a big reason to do that is because of that Astros scandal a couple years ago. Like I know personally, it's like I'm not watching Astros games all the time or checking in, right? They're kind of everyone's least favorite team collectively, so I think they just don't get that coverage. No one's tuning into the games. As good as talented as the team the Astros have been, they just people aren't checking in. And Tucker, not a guy that was part of the 2017 scandal team, is just kind of paying the dues, and he's kind of just flying under the radar.
also, also right now, Milwaukee Brewers have just lost to the Washington Nationals. Christian Yelich strikeout to end the game, and man, that is a bad loss for Milwaukee. As right now, last time I checked, Cincinnati up by at least 2 runs on the Cubs. Yep, 2 runs currently
Tough way
still.
to start your week.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, that Kyle Tucker hit helps a little bit, but you know, it is what it is, though.
Yeah, all right, let's get into Tuesday. Brighter days are ahead. You definitely got a team that if you're gonna pick any team to win a ball game, your pick tomorrow's as good as any.
Yes, I got the Atlanta Raging Hot Braves coming into Anaheim and winning against the LA Angels. Tomorrow for the Braves, pitching matchup wise, I believe we have I think we got a pitcher coming back this week, but I'm not sure if he's gonna pitch or not. Freed, I think, is gonna make his debut later on in the week. But tomorrow we got an interesting matchup in Spencer Strider against a guy from a guy from Team Mexico, Pablo Sandoval. Um, wait, did I say not Pablo Sandoval, Patrick
The
Sandoval?
Panda Bear.
I was like, I think I mixed it up, but yeah. But anyway, so the Braves, man, they just crush left-handed pitching, and Patrick Sandoval is like, Patrick Sandoval is like one of like the like biggest contact pitchers in like all of baseball. And man, can can Spencer Strider put the can Spencer Strider put teams away in a hurry with like his strikeout percentage, whiff rate, all that, man. Spencer Strider is going to be working against Patrick Sandoval tomorrow, and for me, I just really um I just I just really like the pitching matchup for the Atlanta Braves over the Los Angeles Angels, and also their offense as well. So I'm going to Braves over the Angels tomorrow night in Anaheim, California.
All right, for going on to my pick here, I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Pirates money line tomorrow. They are gonna be hosting the Detroit Tigers, two teams that I think next year will start to really make strides. You kind of saw the Pirates early on, April, May there. They looked like a really good team, and ever since they've really taken a step back. And there are some bright spots though in that team. Henry Davis and Andy Rodriguez
Henry Davis is good.
being called up. Nick Gonzalez, former uh, top five pick in the sport. But I just think I like Johan Oviedo. I think he's a little bit underrated. Going up against Matt Manning, who's been kind of hit a little bit hard his past couple starts and still hasn't cemented himself as that upper echelon prospect like he was back in the day. But I like the Pirates. Jack Sawinski, man, that guy every time I look up is hitting a home run. So
All right, can we please talk about my guy in the Pirates, Palacios, baby? He's a fucking dog. I love
yes,
Palacios.
on his birthday too.
Yeah, man, I was so happy for him. Oh, and also it was actually also somebody's birthday on the show. Andrew, man, happy 22nd, man.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
I I will be up there with you in a few months. But let's see what we got for the hits tomorrow. Okay. Me, I got um um I got a player for a team falling out of contention. Your team actually. Francisco Lindor of the New York Mets. Um the New York Mets will be taking on the
Royals,
um yep,
Zach
Kansas City
Greinke.
Royals. Zach Greinke, a very hittable pitcher once again, and Francisco Lindor. I cannot tell you how many times he has seen Greinke throughout, like his career in the playoffs, and in his in his division as well. So he has, man, he has faced Greinke so much, and I believe, yep, Lindor boasts a 333 um a 333 slash line against Greinke personally. So Francisco Lindor to get a hit tomorrow at Kauffman against the Kansas City Royals in that huge ass stadium.
Yeah, pitcher friendly stadium. Although Greinke, man, he's like
Getting
a
up
BP
there.
pitcher at this point,
Yep, that's what we all call him
throwing
now.
his 65-mile-an-hour curveballs. All right, I'm gonna go with the guy that plays shortstop for his Kansas City Royals. Bobby Witt Jr. has really had a nice season this year in his sophomore season. I think down the road, Witt's going to be just a perennial all-star. He's just such a good all-around player. Improved his defense this year. Got the platoon advantage tomorrow against former White Sox um, number two pitcher behind Chris Sale, Jose Quintana going for the New York Mets. I just like I said, Witch has been had a really nice, quiet offensive season with the Royals being one of the worst teams, surprisingly rivaling the Oakland Athletics for the worst record in the sport. But I like Bobby Witt against Quintana tomorrow. Who's a fastball pitcher.
I do as well, man. Oh yeah, and actually Bobby Witt made, I believe, the cut of Verlander's team of the week last week.
Mm,
So yeah, so
ride the wave, baby.
congratulations to Bobby Witt for that high achievement. But anyway, let's move on to Wednesday. We got a lot of good games Wednesday as well coming up.
Looks like
Yeah.
Wednesday you're gonna take the team that I picked for Tuesday.
Yep, I'm stealing your pick, man. I got the Pirates money line Wednesday night.
We're starting a winning streak here on the podcast with the Buccos.
Yes, man. Like to me, like I don't know, like the like Pirates like are like just like one of like the honor offenses, to watch and like the whole entire league. They got they got veterans, Andrew McCutcheon, such as Andrew McCutcheon on that team, and then they got these talented young players along with the top farm system in the whole entire league. But Wednesday actually we got an early day game against the Tigers, and we got Erod scheduled, but he is definitely not going to make that start against Oswaldo Vito for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Um,
What
and
time is that game at?
it'll be at 12:35 Eastern time, 11:35 our
Okay.
time.
I mean, that's the day of the deadline right there, so he could I
I thought
doubt that.
tomorrow was.
No, it's Wednesday, August 2nd.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
At I think 3 p.m.
I
I think it's 3 Eastern time, so 2 Central.
okay. I have to confirm that because I heard multiple people say it August 1st today. So anyway, I'll confirm that after the podcast. But anyway, we got the Pirates going up against a knocked out Detroit selling team. And the Pirates will be at home in PNC Park where man, balls just fly out of there. Um Detroit does not have Detroit does not have enough firepower. Detroit does not have enough firepower on offense as of right now to match up with the Pittsburgh Pirates quick, powerful offense. So on Wednesday, I'll be going with the Pirates money line against whoever will be pitching for the Tigers. We just know it won't be Erod.
Yeah, you are right. It is Tuesday. The problem with the trade deadline with MLB is you never know when it is. It's the 30th, it's the 31st, it's the first, it's the second. It changes year to year. It's not on the same day of the week. I think they should just make it on a Sunday.
Bravo
You
to
know,
Rob Manfred,
I
Commissioner of the Future.
yeah, I think they should just make it the last Sunday of July. So if it happens to be one of the first days in August, whatever that Sunday is, just make it at like 6 p.m. or something like that, 9 p.m. Therefore, that last Sunday night baseball game's finishing up, and everyone can play through those games.
Yeah,
But
I
all right,
totally
anyways,
so
going
agree.
to the team that has the best prospects in the game to trade that's a contender, the Baltimore Orioles. I'm picking them to win on Wednesday. I'm assuming they're going to make some sort of big time splash here in the next less than 24 hours. So I'm going with the Orioles money line. Um, Wednesday, it's going to be Grayson Rodriguez, the young righty, who's been pretty good since being recalled. He's only allowed 3 earned runs in about 14 innings since he's been recalled against the lefty for the Blue Jays, Yusei Kikuchi. I mean, that Orioles team, I think, man, they've just clicked on all cylinders. Like I said, Grayson's been hot, and the Orioles have a lot of good right-handed hitters, and Santander is a much better hitter from the right side. That's actually why I'm taking him to get a hit as well on Wednesday. And then they got guys like Mountcastle and Adley Rutschman's a nice switch hitter. They got Jordan Westberg, and they just got all these guys that are just having really good years. And I think the Orioles are going to make a big splash, and Wednesday that team's going to be amped up, ready to play.
All right. Speaking about one of those players you mentioned, Ryan Mountcastle, my home run pick for Wednesday against Yusei Kikuchi and the Toronto Blue Jays. Ryan Mountcastle absolutely kills left-handed pitching. He has probably faced Kikuchi at least over 10, 15 times in his career as well. So he he knows his pitching arsenal pretty well. And you know, Ryan Mountcastle has figured it out. It took him quite some time, but he has figured it out within the past week. week and a half. And man, I believe that like he is going to kill Yusei on Wednesday. And then let me talk about my pick to hit for Wednesday as well. Wednesday we are going to Wrigley for that one. We got a very we got a very I should say hitters friendly pitching matchup Wednesday. The Cincinnati Reds and Chicago Cubs. Brandon Williamson going up against Drew Smiley. And we got two left-handed pitchers facing each other on Wednesday. And I think that my pick to hit Spencer Steer, baby, former Twin prospect, who the Twins wish they had right now in that race. But um, one of the worst Minnesota trade, one of the worst Minnesota Twin history trades, I would say, in recent memory. But man, Spencer Steer's so good, kills left-handed pitching, and Drew Smiley does not have the velocity that he once had. So I believe Spencer Steer is gonna be going. He's gonna be going. He's gonna be going pretty long into the baskets Wrigley on Wednesday night. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
let's kick it off to Thursday, August 3rd.
Yep, looks like you're taking Spencer Steer's team on Thursday.
Yeah, I got the Reds money line on Thursday. We got, I believe, a pretty good pitching matchup Thursday.
Well, if
7:05.
you think Luke Weaver's a good pitcher, then
Actually, yeah, we don't got a good matchup Thursday. Weaver against Tyrell, man. Again, two hitter friendly pitchers back to back days, and man, and are the Cincinnati Reds very entertaining to watch. And and I believe that I believe that before tomorrow they will add a pitcher plus a potential pen piece as well, maybe if there is any other pen pieces available. But like, man, are the Cincinnati Reds going to be fighting for that division? Every a single game counts with the Chicago Cubs competing now in 2023. So man, are the Reds going to want to tally up some wins with their trade acquisitions coming in as well. So I believe that man, Thursday it's going to be a Reds blowout. I say blowout
that's
too.
that's surprising just because I think Luke Weaver's just such a bad pitcher. I think it's going to be a big hammer the over on whatever the run total is. It's going to
Oh
be
yeah, we'll definitely
15
be doing
plus
that.
runs maybe, especially the wind's blowing out on a Thursday afternoon at Wrigley. But speaking of I'm gonna take Ian Happ of the Cubs to get ahead. I'm a big Ian Happ guy. I think every time I pick Ian Happ, he seems to come up with a base knock. So I'm gonna take Happ against the Reds,
He likes you a
Luke
lot.
Weaver or whoever comes out of that bullpen. And then speaking of the Cubs, we know that Bellinger is officially gonna be a Chicago Cub the rest of the season. I wonder if they'll re-sign him. I could totally see the Cubs re-signing
I
Bellinger.
can't. He's
Um,
gonna he's gonna be asking for a lot of money, man.
He is, but the Cubs have the money to spend, and he's going to be one
Uh,
of the top three bats. I would say him, Ohtani,
with Dan
and Matt Chapman.
with
Uh,
Dansby under contract, I don't know, man.
yeah, but Cubs are a big market franchise. They spend big. They spend a lot bigger than the South Side of Chicago. You know, they should give out big contracts over there. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go with Bellinger to hit a home run against Luke Weaver. He's just. I feel like every time you look up Bellinger's hitting a home run, he's been everything and if not more than what the Cubs could have imagined he would have been when they signed him this past offseason. He's looking not quite like that MVP, but really close to just a solid all-star caliber player. He didn't make the all-star team because he was injured, but he probably would have if he was healthy the whole year. Uh, and then let's work into my pick for Thursday. I'm gonna go with the Toronto Blue Jays run line. Um, let's see who's pitching. I believe so. I took the Orioles money on Wednesday, and then I'm gonna go against them, taking the Blue Jays run line. That'll be the last game of the Orioles at the
Vader.
Blue Jays. I'm taking Kevin Gausman, former Oriole, top prospect and starting pitcher in the big leagues, who never really found his place until 7, 8 years into the big leagues, and now he's one of the best pitchers in the game. I mean,
Yep.
he's got nasty
Cy Young
stuff.
conversation. I
I
think.
think he had the best like fielding in independent pitching last year. He's just such a really good pitcher, and he's going to go up against, I believe it's Tyler Wells.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I believe
Yeah,
it.
right now
I
it's
believe
Tyler
so.
Wells. Wells has had a nice season, but I think he's just middle of the rotation guy and nothing more than that. So that Blue Jays lineup with Guerrero, Bichette, and potentially more if they add like I've been seeing Teoscar Hernandez reuniting with the Blue Jays, especially after the Mariners traded Seawald earlier to your D-backs.
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna go with that Blue Jays run line. I think they're with Gosman on the mound and a nice, I think a pretty nice matchup for that offense against Tyler Wells. And at home, that ballpark, they move the fences in and change some wall heights. I like that Blue Jays run line as the favorite team on Thursday.
All right, yeah, that's a good pick. But hey, if we're talking about going overs on Thursday, let's go to that Texas Rangers Chicago White Sox game. Tuki Toussaint against Max Scherzer. And for my pick to hit Thursday, I got Marcus Semien, former White Sox, at um at the Texas Rangers Stadium in Arlington on Thursday early on. 1 o'clock game. And man, does Marcus Semien always seem to kill the Sox. Whenever they play Texas, man, it's just the Marcus, Semien revenge tour every time, man. And Marcus, Semien against Tukey. Marcus Semien against Tukey Hassan's a pretty a pretty easy pick for me. Contact hitter against like a contact pitcher. So Marcus Semien on Thursday will be my pick to hit.
Yeah, I mean, and Semion's the leadoff hitter for the Rangers, so he's gonna get the most
Plenty of
opportunity for
opportunities
that team. And
against
also
that like
Thursday,
against that White Sox depleted pitching staff.
yeah, and also Thursday is Texas Ranger debut for Mad Max Scherzer, so that's not gonna be
Yes, I
might
just
not be
saw
a
that.
pretty game for Chicago White Stockings. So
All
all right,
right,
let's work on a Friday.
and I believe you have a home run pick Thursday, don't you?
Yeah, I already mentioned Mr. Bellinger.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
Yes. All right, so let's get into Friday. I like to take a lot of times I like to do my hit pick and my money or run pick together uh, as a
Not a
package
good
deal. Like
strategy.
Giolito and Lopez are always in a package together
Not a good
whenever
strategy.
they get traded. I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Dodgers money line. I love LA, man. That song's gonna be playing. Although actually they're in San Diego, but Bobby Miller, really good, really good rookie pitcher. ERA is a little bit high, but man, when his first couple starts there, I don't think he gave up a run when he got called up. His stuff is nasty. Right-handed pitcher too against all his right-handed hitting Padres hitters that are really good other than Juan Soto. Against you Darvish, and I just think when I think of you Darvish and the Dodgers, I just think of him getting shelled in the World Series, and the Dodgers offense up top is just really stacked. So I'm gonna take the Dodgers money line. I like that. I like that pitching matchup. I think the Dodgers know Darvish really well, having had him under contract and seen him all these years pitching against their ball club with San Diego and the Cubs back in the day. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, and then let's work into my hit pick. I'm gonna go with star first baseman Freddie Freeman. Man, the dude is just constantly just putting good month after good month together. I mean, he just is just. I mean, he other than like maybe Luis Arias and maybe like Juan Soto. I mean, those three Freeman, uh, Soto and Arias have like the highest floor in all of baseball, I think, for hitters. I mean, those guys are just as safe as it gets in terms of just putting up a good season.
yeah, I agree. But anyway, for me, I got the team. fighting against your Dodgers for the division for my pick. I got the Diamondbacks run line against the Minnesota Twinkies. And man, have the Twins slid. They dropped they dropped they dropped five in a row, I believe it is now, including a sweep against Kansas City. Man, is their season almost toast? Their season would be toast if they weren't in the freaking AL Central, but they are in that division. So for right now, they are still in contention. But I just believe that, man, the Diamondbacks are going to outrun them. They're going to play harder. They're going to put on a clinic. The Diamondbacks are also going to have Paul Sewell going and, like, possibly like one or two other pitchers in too. So, Diamondbacks will be amped, playing hard for Torrey. I love Torrey, but, he needs some help on the pitching end, and he will be getting it within like the next 24 hours. So yeah, man, the Arizona Diamondbacks run line is what I got for my Friday pick. And then let's work into my pick to hit for Friday. Aaron Judge is back, and man, he's gonna be great on Friday. Aaron Judge against who do we got the Yankees going up against Friday? The um
Astros.
Astros. Primetime matchups, man, are Aaron Judge's greatest matchups. So, man, Aaron Judge on Friday picked a hit, laid out against Houston.
All right, yeah, good pick. You can't go wrong with the Judge. I mean, he's the heart and soul of that Yankee lineup. All right, so and for Saturday, I'm gonna go with the Miami Marlins money line. Jesus Luzardo, man, has he had a really good year. He's not talked about enough, but he's really had a breakout year this year. I mean, he's just striking out a ton of guys, and he's the type of guy that with him, it wasn't whether or not he was going to pitch well. I think with him, the question was, is he going to stay in the field? He's had a lot of health issues in his career, and this year he's been reliable in that rotation for a team that's had some injuries. Edward Cabrera's been injured. Yuri Perez sent down and called up, earlier on in the year, so he hasn't been there all year. And Sandy, uh, not pitching like that Cy Young caliber pitcher he is. So Luzardo's kind of been that reliable chip that you give the ball to every 5 days and give that Marlins offense, which, has had its ups and downs this year, a chance to win. And he's going up against former White Sox pitcher who was traded in that Adam Eaton trade way long ago, Dane Dunning. I think Dunning is he's been a little bit lucky this year. His expected statistics are not nearly as good as his actual. So I'm taking the Marlins money. And then I'll go right in my hit pick here. Francisco Alvarez, young catcher, 20, is he? I think he's only 20 years old. Or no, 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 he's 21. 21-year-old rookie backstop for the Mets. Man, he's got the most homers for any rookie catcher in the game. Well, actually, he might have the most of any rookie in general. But he is just such a good player. They're going up against, I believe it's the New York. I'm sorry, it's the Baltimore Orioles, Kyle Gibson. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that's, I mean, me and you could get a hit off of this Kyle Gibson. He's just the innings eater, reliable pitcher, number four pitcher. So I like that Francisco Alvarez in Baltimore.
All right, man. For my pick on Saturday, I got dear opponent on Saturday, the Baltimore Orioles. I got the Baltimore Orioles run line in Camden Yards. And man, dude, the Baltimore Orioles just love to play at home, man. Their fans got them, energized. The Birdland splashdown is gonna be going crazy Saturday against the New York Mets. And yep, I got the Baltimore Orioles run at home on Saturday. And then for my pick to hit Saturday, I'm going back to the Twins and Arizona Diamondbacks series, and I got my MVP pick, Corbin Carroll, raking against the Twins on Saturday in Indianapolis. But Corbin, man, he's having a great year. If like if freaking Ronald Cunha could just get hurt or not play, Corbin would have the MVP in the bag, and he is just so
Freddie
good.
Freeman exists.
No, Corbin Carroll's better.
Carroll's
He's
not winning
faster. He's
MVP over
stronger.
Freeman.
Freddie Freeman's a grandpa. He could be your grandpa. But anyway, Corbin Carroll picked a hit on Saturday. Now let's go to Sunday. For me, I am taking your team on Sunday. The Los Angeles Dodgers on Sunday against the San Diego
Padres.
Padres.
The
Yep.
Dads.
Yeah. So anyway, I got the Los Angeles Dodgers money line on Sunday. Man, the how do I put it? It's kind of like how like the Packers own the Chicago Bears. The Los Angeles Dodgers own the San Diego Padres, except for that playoff matchup last year. But besides that, regular season only, the Los Angeles Dodgers own the Padres. So for me, I got my LA Dodgers money line for Sunday, and then I'll go right into my pick to hit. My pick to hit will be on the Philadelphia Phillies and Bryce Harper taking on the Kansas City Royals in Philadelphia. Bryce Harper loves to play at home, man. The fans love Bryce. Bryce loves the fans, and man, Bryce is just the most charismatic, energetic guy out there in Philadelphia on the field. You could feel like you could I feel like you could feel like the emotions of him out there on the field. He lays it all out there on the field, and he will be ready to play early on Sunday. So Bryce Harper for my pick to hit.
All right, and then for me, I'm going with the Houston Astros run line. Surprisingly, the Astros Yankees is not that ESPN Sunday night matchup. It's going to be a 12 o'clock Central game, 1 o'clock Eastern. I think the Astros will be favored. Framber Valdez, one of the leading Cy Young candidates in the American League, the ace of the Astros, going up against Carlos Rodon, who's had a rocky start to his Yankee career with the injury and not pitching too great and getting booed by the fans and blowing kisses to him in Anaheim. Um, I would just like that Astro team. They know how to. They really play well against good teams. And the Yankees' kryptonite in the postseason, the past couple seasons, has been the Houston Astros. So I just like the Astros against the Yankees in a big time game. And then I'm gonna go with former Chicago White Sox first baseman number 79, Jose Abreu, to get a hit against his former teammate Rodon. Abreu mashes lefties. I think I saw some. He's had a 132 WRC plus over the past like few months. So he's had that really slow start, but he's been back to his normal self, and that's really big with Yordan back and Altuve back, and we talked about Tucker earlier to go along with Bregman and Chas McCormick, who's had a really nice breakout season as well. So that I like that Astro lineup to go along with Valdez.
All right. Well, episode 9 has been complete, and we are going to be rolling with our picks. So don't forget like and subscribe to us. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, double uh double AA Eddie, and hey man, we're gonna be turning shit up this weekend for our party for our 10th episode coming up, man. It's gonna be great. It's
Oh
been a
yeah,
pleasure, and yeah, I am like super hyped, man, for this weekend. It's gonna be a great week. It's gonna
yeah.
be a
Looking forward to
great time.
Saturday and our 10th episode. It's crazy
Yes,
that it's
sir.
already at we're coming up on number 10.
Yes, sir. Can't wait, man. All right, man. It's been a pleasure once
All right,
again.
take care, everyone. Have a
See
good
ya.
week.